Today for Mousetrap Monday, we're going to catch a big rat with this powerful snap style rat trap that I bought from Japan. I think it's called the Yamatoki. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. It does have instructions, but I can't read any of the characters. It does have good pictures though. Now I bought this trap on eBay. In total it cost $18.50 and the shipping was free. It arrived quickly, so that was a good deal. What impresses me most about this trap is how powerful these two springs are. They provide a lot of force. When a rat takes that bait, it's going to die very quickly, and that was close to my finger. I have to be careful. I'm going to try to go a whole year without smashing my finger and having a black fingernail. And one thing that will help with setting this trap is a safety hook. There's a lever here that twists, there it is on the bottom, and that will come over when we pull the kill bar back and hold it in place, just like this. There, now it's safe. We can put the bait on the hook. We have our lever here. We'll pull that over. Now the trigger is really simple. It's a bent piece of metal. You put the bait on the end, hook it right there. You can set it very firm right in the middle, or you can move it to the side where it's just barely catching as a hair trigger. You have to be careful though. There, that's very sensitive. Then when you want to set it, you pull this back. Now we're ready to catch a rat. The rat will come along, want to get the bait, and when they do, right on the head. That will be a very quick, clean kill. This looks like a really good trap. Let's go set it up with the motion cameras and see if we can get a rat with the Yamatoki Japanese rat trap. These rats are so cautious, so I'm going to cover up the whole trap with food. Hopefully that helps hide it. Let's see if that helps get the rats. Well, this is a first for Mousetrap Monday, meaning it's the first time I caught a non-native Norway rat, also known as a brown rat. These things are so cautious and very trap shy. In the past, they've completely avoided the trap, but this time I caught a younger rat. The trick was to completely cover up the trap with food. The older rats knew something was up. They didn't take the bait, but when that younger rat took the bait, it worked perfectly. To remove it, we pull back the kill bar and give it a little flip. Now I have to be really selective in the footage I show. If you want to see the full footage of the trap in action, I'll put that on my website. But earlier in the video, I used a stuffed animal mouse as a demonstration, and it came down right on its head. Well, that's pretty much what happened. I know this trap's powerful enough to get a rat, but I'm curious if it's sensitive enough with this trigger system to get a mouse. Let's try it out. I have a hazelnut. We'll put it on the trigger. Go ahead and set it. Move that safety mechanism. And then set this just so it's barely on there. You have to be really careful. That just might work. Let's see if we can get a mouse. But don't forget to take the safety off. I'm going to put some sunflower seeds around just to draw them in. This trigger system is very sensitive, and this trap worked well for both mice and rats. Recently in my videos, I've been setting up the trail cameras to see what wild animals enjoy the free meals that result from these trapping videos. And this time we have a rat and mouse to offer. Now the mouse I'm going to set up on the beaver dam, a lot of wild animals come up the creek looking for food, but the rat, I have a different plan. Recently we noticed on our porch by our front door, my son's shoes were covered with pee. Some wild animal is coming and peeing on the shoes. I set up the trail camera and I realized we have a cat and a gray fox. The gray fox is the one peeing on the shoes. But I didn't even know we had a feral cat. It's really secretive and only comes at night. So I'm going to set up the rat on the front porch. My wife is going to love that. And we're going to see if the gray fox or feral cat come and eat the rat. And if they don't want to eat the rat, I'm going to move it out to the creek and see if we can get a wild animal to eat the rat. This should be really interesting. So let's go set up our mouse and rat. For the past 2 years, I've been catching rodents and putting them outside, and they've been disappearing until recently I started filming them, and now I have a much better idea what's happening to them. Wild animals love mice and rats. Now the only pets my family has is a fish in my kids' room, but we do have a cat and fox coming to our front steps. That fox keeps coming back and peeing on my porch. It didn't come when I had the dead rat, it's been gone for a few days. The feral cat did come by, that's a big cat. It didn't seem to care about the dead rat at all. It looked at it and gave it a sniff, but it didn't want to eat it. Usually cats will catch rodents and leave them on the porch for their people. But I guess that doesn't work in reverse. If a person catches a rodent and leaves it for a cat, they don't want it. But I guess that's just because cats are ungrateful animals. After a few days, the rat started to smell bad, so I moved it to the creek. And it didn't take long for the hawk to come back. That hawk's been in other videos. It's starting to learn where the food is. It grabbed the rat in its talon like it killed it, and it took off. Now the mouse on the beaver dam was interesting. Some black-tailed deer came by. They gave the dead mouse a good sniff and then kept going. But then 3 raccoons came and the first one had a nice snack, a nice little mouse. So you never know what's going to happen out there, especially with a dead mouse and rat. If you're new to my channel, please consider clicking the button right there. I'm posting new rodent trap videos every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. So if you want to see how to catch mice, rats, squirrels, chipmunks, moles, voles, and gophers, stay tuned.